Hi everyone, this is International Master David Pruess for Chess.com, continuing with my series of lectures about development. Today we're going to tackle the last big concept when talking about development, and namely quality of development. What we're going to be comparing are basically pieces which are developed to aggressive or ambitious squares and pieces which are developed to pretty simple squares, where they technically have been moved and maybe their scope has increased a little bit, but they haven't really achieved the full potential power of a piece. So as an example, look at the position that I have here for us to start with, a position from the French defense. And it's white's move here. Imagine I played the move bishop to d2 for white. At some level, a move like that technically develops your piece because it meets the requirement of taking it off the back rank. And sometimes that in itself is worth something because it helps you to get that sort of coordination I've talked about before, where your rooks have the back rank open for themselves. But let's just talk about the power of that bishop for a moment, okay? Look at this bishop on c1. Count how many squares that it has access to right now. Right? 6 squares. And then, you could also think at a second degree how many squares it could get to after those 6 squares. But for now, it could reach 6 squares. And then I make this move bishop to d2. And now I ask you again, how many squares can this bishop reach? And now the answer is only 5. So it's actually 1 less. So what I want to point out is that very often you can move a piece off the back rank without really increasing the power of that piece all that much. And that's what we're basically going to be referring to when we talk about a poor quality of development. But then if you imagine that I brought this knight on g1 out, and I moved it through e2, and then through d4 after a capture, and then through b5, and then through d6. And you may recall, if you saw the first lecture, that I said that a knight that's that far advanced is often considered to be worth more than 1 tempo of development. Look how many moves it would take to get my knight to that square. And think also how strong a knight on that square would be. That would be an example of a piece that has, sort of the highest quality of development. A piece which is really aggressive, striking at the opponent, doing some really serious and annoying things. Now, let's say that you're in some situation once more, like we've considered a lot of situations like this, where basically you're faced with the possibility of losing a pawn in order to keep developing. Or maybe you have the option of grabbing a pawn instead of developing.
We hope you enjoyed this video demo from Chess.com. Subscribe today to finish this video and get unlimited access to our full video library. Your membership also includes access to Chess Mentor, the most advanced interactive training tool available anywhere. You'll also get full access to the Opening Explorer, Tactics Trainer, and much, much more. So sign up today and get serious about improving your game.